So another founder in car, and today we'll discuss my preferences by comparing technologies such as cruise control, adaptive cruise control and the limit function. And we'll tell you what I like the most and why. So first off, what is it? So limit function is very easy. It just limits the maximum speed that you can drive. So if you keep pressing the accelerator, it will not go faster. Then you have cruise control, which has the benefit that it's just pointed at a certain type of speed and will maintain that. So if you want to brake, you have to brake yourself. By braking, you will stop the cruise control. And you can also accelerate, even though you have cruise control set at a certain speed, not to exceed. If you put down the accelerator, you have the benefit that you can still accelerate it. And then when you drop off the accelerator, it will again drop back to that speed. And then you have adaptive cruise control, which is the same as cruise control, but it will look for you and will then brake if it needs to, and then accelerate again once there is another opportunity to accelerate again. So for example, if someone in the traffic is weaving in front of you, it will brake to keep the distance at a certain level. And once that driving obstruction is then removed and goes back to the right lane again, it will accelerate again to the speed that you set it to. So on average I like the limit function the most. Why? Because then you can brake by just releasing the accelerator pedal, and then it will cut back to a certain speed. So it feels more natural, and you will not exceed the maximum speed that you set it to, for example, when you're driving a certain distance and you don't want to be ticketed, of course. And some trajectories, they have control sensors, so you don't want to exceed that. And that is a very good thing. Also, if you are driving in different countries and you don't know for sure, you don't want to, if you have very nice scenery, it could be that it triggers you, that you're looking at that and then don't mind the speed that much. Then this could be very helpful. Benefit of adaptive cruise control is that it will do all the work for you. And if you also have lane keep assist, it will almost virtually drive itself for a certain period of time. And that can be beneficial as well. If you, for example, need to do something, then it's good that the car is looking out for you as well in an additional level. The normal cruise control, oftentimes I like this more than the adaptive one. And why is that? Because normal cruise control will just maintain the speed and will close also the gap if someone weaves in front of you, as I mentioned. And then you can just turn off the cruise control if you want to. Or sometimes the person weaving in front of you is still closing that gap, and then it will go out to the right lane again, so you can pass and you don't have to brake all the time. So that was also a good functionality to have. I think I had it on the normal cruise control. I think I had on the Prius. I also had a Prius. Very effective car. It's not a driving type of car, but very effective and very roomy. And because of tax rules in the Netherlands, I will explain another time. But also I had it on the Tesla Model S. I really liked it, and then I went for the package to have the self-driving opportunity incorporated, and then it upgrades itself to adaptive cruise control, which I found not that nice. Also because the Tesla, if it was on cruise control and it saw something, it thought it saw something. Something like a white piece of cardboard on the road. When you're driving into a tunnel, then he would identify it as a car or an object or whatever, and would hit the brakes very hard. That was very uneasy, because also the traffic in the back is then halted, which you don't like, of course. So I did not really like the adaptive cruise control, and the self-driving also I did not like that much about the Tesla Model S because of those factors. I think if it goes well, it is very nice feature, but in my opinion it was more of a gimmick, and quite a costly gimmick at that, compared to the things that are offering you a lot of the same functionality. And also you had to keep your hands on the steering wheel all the time. it did not give you that much additional freedom. And of course there are laws, and I understand all this, and safety. But now, for example, in the CC Sport, I have adaptive cruise control as an option. I have the limit as an option. The limit was not there as an option in the Tesla Model S. You could just limit the car all the way, but then you have to go to this big tablet type of functionality, which is not as easy as just hitting a button as you can do in the CC Sport. And that limit function in the Tesla Model S was more that, for example, if you want to let someone drive, you also had an option that you could activate if someone has to park your car, like a valet function, and you just the power and the speed is limited. But that was not what I really liked. But now in this CC Sport Hybrid, I do have cruise control, which is adaptive. No, not a choice to have regular cruise control, which I would like. And it has a limit function, and those are very good. And also has lane keep assist, so it will just keep between the lanes, so the lines of the road. So it will just keep your lane, and even it does so through bends, which is quite impressive. So you have almost all the functionality that you have in the Tesla Model S, and still have to keep your hands on the steering wheel, of course, like in the Tesla Model S as well. But for a fraction of the price, and it's all in. So that's a good thing. Found my car? Out.